Hello everybody, this is Jane Hamilton Parker. Today I'm going to talk about twins and telepathic links, because telepathy is when one can tune into each other's mind. That's twins, and you don't need to speak because you're sensing it and you have the ability to do exactly the same things at the precise time. So I thought this might be interesting for you, because I'm very interested in all things of the paranormal, especially spiritual things. So, do twins have a special bond? Sometimes extraordinary telepathic links. I've just written this down. One twin is in an emotional distress, or perhaps in illness or a danger, and it has been known when one twin had abdominal pains at the time her sister was going into premature labour. So she's actually feeling that and sensing that. Perhaps each twin can know each other's thoughts. Craig and I certainly do. Not that we're twins, but we're very much connected with each other. And I think on the vibration of love is quite a deep thing. In some cases, when twins were raised separately, and especially there's been known for twins, there's case histories of twins that have been adopted and then suddenly found each other perhaps 30, 40 years later, and they've both turned up in identical clothes and have married similar men and done similar things in their lives, and businesses and professional lives and children. And it's quite unique, I find, all this. And there's some famous twins. Now, there was Ronald Kay and his twin brother Reggie. Now, they were very controlled, like the East End of London, and violence and aggression and everything, but they were very loving towards their mother. But one of those twins was sent to Broadmoor because of all the violence and everything else, but they still were connected with each other, and they both were very protective of their mother Violet, I believe, because I believe that the father was quite violent, and then when these lads grew up, they threatened the father that if they laid one finger, or he laid one finger on their mother, and watch out. So definitely they had the same, but one was schizophrenic, I believe, and one was very much violent. Well, they're both violent actually, and ruled the East End of London. And also I found this most intriguing, very much so, the life of the silent twins in Broadmoor. That was June and Jennifer Gibson. They had their own secret language, so they didn't talk to anybody. So they had they would definitely do things together. And why they were sent to Broadmoor? Because they set things on fire, arson, petty theft, vandalism, and the moment when one of them, that's Jennifer, was out the outside world, because these two were incarcerated for quite a while, and then one was released, I think so many years, 11 years or that, and she collapsed the moment she went out to the outside world. And the other twin became very reclusive and lived in complete silence, and I believe she lived in a very small house and didn't communicate to the outside world. And they had a special bond, and they had like baby language or flickering of the eyes. And I believe there was a journalist that was allowed to go and interview them. They would open up because they trust this journalist. But and of course we've got famous twins, Robin and Morris Gibb, the Bee Gees and that. And you know, it's intriguing how they mirror one another, how they have the same. Of course, the Bee Gees were well known because their voices were quite unique and everything. And then if one twin passes before the other, do the other twin in the spirit realm, does it communicate to that one that's left behind? I believe they do, and pick up thoughts. Because I think we'll find in years to come, with our consciousness mind and everything, because we've got artificial intelligence and people working on robots, that they won't know what's reality, they won't know what human is real or not. Actually, our dreams will reflect on the wall and things. So being ahead of times now, and it is possible for humans to live in the future for 200 or 300 years old, and there'll be all this surgery and all these different things going on. That man will be half man and half robot. Quite frightening, isn't it? And it's like artificial intelligence. It can be good, it can be bad. It depends who's controlling it. You know, it's man again controlling it. It can cause wars and everything. And because the thing is, we'll have all these super drones in the future that will be controlling things. And if you have thousands of them attacking a certain part of the world, it can be very dangerous, can't it? But twins are quite unique. So it's like, where does it come from? Does it come from, was it created from all the different neurons, cells, and all the different chromosomes in the body? It's quite unique, because there has been triplets also that have had telepathic links. That's quite unique in itself. You know, it can be, you know, they feel what the other person's feeling. If somebody is going through a lot of pain, they will feel that, and emotions, and they get that comes suddenly. You might feel out of nowhere, but its thoughts are very powerful. Thoughts are very powerful, how we throw them out into the ether. So it's the same for the twins. Now, lots of people say, oh, there can be psychic twins. Well, everybody has a certain amount of ability and skills and talent in life, but it's up for them to use that. People might have special skills that can speak 12 languages. They might have special skills that they can give consciously healing to somebody. So in a way, it's like linking up with your consciousness and your mind and creating all these things. And you know, twins, it's been known, as I say, twins could be in danger. One could be the other side of the earth, and it's the very knowing and picking up those thought patterns that go out to the ether in your consciousness. So do you know of any unique twins, not necessarily with psychic abilities, but any twins? There could be animals that could be twins as well, can pick up things in danger, because we've got to understand that dogs, cats and everything like that, the perceptions are quite heightened, so they can sense if someone's in danger and things, and rescue things. But twins, you know, you could have twins that are born that had, I mean, what about if we had twins that were like serial killers? That can be dangerous, can't it? Or we could have twins that are doctors that can save people in the world and do great work. I mean, at the moment, the planet does need healing. It's a beautiful world, but terrible things happening. Terrible things, greed, materialism, people selfish, really don't care. You know, the world would be a better place if everybody got together and was kinder and helped each other. And, you know, it's like twins, really. If we had twins, scientists that done good things, and doctors, and people that really, really did help the world and do good things, because the vibration on the planet is changing very quickly, because we're in the Kali Yuga times at the moment, which is all the darkness before the light. And we've got good spiritual masters, said before, good sages, rishis, that's trying to help around the world. So can twins or triplets that got telepathic give out good vibrations to have peace on the planet at the moment? It's certainly needed, isn't it? If we can have peace in this lifetime and people sharing, not destroying nature, not destroying Mother Earth, not building everywhere in the lovely fields that the animals got nowhere to go. So it'd be very interesting if there was an experiment of twins all tuning in at a particular time, a particular date, and giving out a meditation to the world to bring it all closer together. And as I say, twins and people, especially twins that have a unique way of doing things and acting out. The silent twins, I call them, that went to Broadmoor, they wouldn't talk to their mother. They were in a world of their own, and they had a special language between them, and so they like mute. But there was one journalist that actually got a response from the twins and wanted the release from them. They personally shouldn't have been at Broadmoor. What they should have been, it's my iPods again, what they should have been is in a psychiatric hospital where they would have been helped, because it seems a bit barbaric putting 11-year-old girls or young girls away in Broadmoor, which is really for the criminally insane. So the time has changed now, thank goodness. I mean, all these institutes and all these asylums and everything, they've all shut down, and there's a lot of mental problems for the young people that they don't get help and everything, which is very much needed. But do give me your views, what you feel about twins. Have you known any twins? Have you known twins that exactly meet at the same time, the same place, without anybody contacting them? Or have you got twins in the family that are quite unique? Or are you a twin yourself? As I say, it'd be a very interesting experiment if we had all the twins around the world to do a meditation and give out positive energy, because the conscious mind can do great things, and we can do great things with the power of thought, prayer and healing. So it'd be most interesting if we can do that. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now because I'm going to go into a meditation myself, and do take care of yourself, and remember, the highest thing to have here is love, peace, compassion, understanding and kindness. Bring it on. Ciao.